In order to deliver a great handling car, the steering system has to be just right. This is always a huge challenge for engineers because everyone has a different opinion on what's just right for them. A great example of this is the new steer-by-wire system found on some competitor vehicles. These systems do not use a mechanical connection between the steering wheel and the front wheels. It's electronic, meaning they can set the resistance to any level they wish. Good idea, right? With that system, a driver can choose the feedback they want. Well, if you've ever read the reviews like I have, you have heard the overwhelmingly negative responses. Car and Driver plainly stated, avoid the optional steer-by-wire system if steering feel is important to you. Steering is a tough feature to get just right.
And so when you're on a long road trip, you'll notice that if you have a car that you're just constantly moving the steering wheel to keep it going down the road, I call it the milking the cow syndrome, which I know everybody thinks is funny, but by the end of that drive, you're worn out, you're tired, you've been working all day, it's a lot of workload.
Once you set a strong concept and everybody buys into it, you have to trust everyone to do their job. For example, Brian, he's in charge of the overall vehicle performance. And here's a specific example with Brian. So you can imagine when you're driving a car, what are you doing all the time? Your hands are on the steering wheel, not on the brake or the accelerator. You're always touching the steering wheel. So everybody and their brother has an opinion of how the steering should feel, right? The steering effort, the linearity, all that stuff. So it was so contentious, so many people having some opinion about the steering, that Brian finally said, all right, that's it. I'll be back in a week. And Brian takes all 3 cars, comes back, here's the steering effort. Here's the steering feel. This is what we're going with. And it was perfect. And there was no more discussion after that point. It was pretty good.
When the car is driving straight down the road, you want or at least I want the steering to feel like it's locked so that I don't have to do a bunch of this as I'm driving down the road. I want it to lock into place.
You can tell this engineering team has great chemistry, can't you? And I think when a team works together like that, the resulting product can be pretty special.